What is up, y'all boys and girls? Back on the porch for day 20 of the reset or the journey, the 60-day video journey. It's a little earlier than usual. Brother Sensei actually challenged me to wake up earlier, but you know, we had to take the challenge. And that also means we get to get into the video early. Always gonna accept the challenge. It's still pretty early, so we definitely got early morning vibes, so we're gonna appreciate that for sure. Now, the video topic is one that's kind of always on my mind, but it's been hitting a lot harder recently because I've been able to gain a lot more control, especially going through this video journey, keeping a goal in mind and not really letting people sway me off of my direction. That brings up the topic of perspective. Perspective, a really important idea of life when you think of having control of your perspective. A lot of people don't have control of their perspective, and that's what really throws them around, especially when they're thinking about doing something. You know, good or bad, it's all perspective. It's an objective perspective of however you think of the situation, and depending on that perspective, it will really result in how you decide to act in that situation, or if you act at all. And that's what I've been seeing as the strongest thing with perspective, is being able to have the perspective to just observe and not act, but analyze. And then based on that analyzation, you can make the best decision. But we really get into the idea of perspective when we talk about shifting it to your benefit. You know, a simple one is if you're thinking about like work, or you're thinking about you have to go help someone out, changing that simple perspective from have to you get to help someone out. You know, look at it as an opportunity to provide rather than just do nothing or simply serve yourself. You get to actually provide for someone else and help them out in their day. You know, changing the perspective instead of looking at it as a burden that you have to go out of your way for someone. You know, look at it as a positive. And that's like the simplest, definitely the simplest. But you know, me personally with perspective, I've been changing a lot of things. The biggest one being with this channel and these 60 days, you know, I could have, and I definitely did look at it from the start with these 60 days, you know, kind of thinking like, dang, I gotta, no, I was thinking with these 60 days, I gotta keep recording every single day and edit every single day, and you know, have a topic for every single day. And you guys have even seen where my perspective has been in these videos, that you know, instead of looking at everything as, oh, that's a bunch of work that I have to do, instead I get to look at it and be like, this is a bunch of experience that I get to gain. Like, doing everything that I just said is only gonna help me become a better content creator. But not only that, because of the way that I do things, it's just gonna help me become a better person. I get to work on my communication skills. I get to analyze and look back at it when I edit, and I get to reflect on topics that I have in my mind, and in turn vocalize that, which was working my communication skills. At the same time, I get to open myself up to a new opportunity, being connecting with a community that I build and provide the information that I have and the wisdom that I reflect on in these videos for other people. So that perspective shift just makes things a lot easier, you know. Instead of dwelling on, oh, I have to do work, making myself feel overwhelmed and looking at everything as work. You know, instead of looking at all of that stuff as a bunch of work, I get to look at it as like a bunch of side quests, you know, a bunch of side quests that are gonna get me to the main quest. But, you know, it's really just extra XP that I get to farm to level up my character so that he could perform a lot more things easier when it does come time to tackle the main quest activities. Just a little video game kind of reference, because I am a gamer at heart, and that's a good way to explain it. You know, when you think of XP and experience points, you know, when you change your perspective of like a lot of the things that you go through, it's just giving you experience or giving you a lesson that you can learn from to become stronger. It's a big win for yourself, and it makes you powerful in a way, because not a lot can really make your perspective. You're the one making your perspective at that point, based on however you analyze things. And the greatest saying that made me kind of want to get into this video, saying that had my thought on this idea, and I swear I've been like a fucking manifester these last couple of days. But you know, once you start to change the way you look at things, the things you look at start to change. I believe that everyone creates their own reality, and we also preach that, you know, as within, so without. You know, your outer world is really just reflecting your internal state, and what goes around comes around. So, you know, if your perspective is negative, most likely you're gonna respond in a negative manner, and it's just gonna stay in a loop where you're constantly reflecting negativity, because that's your perspective on the world, that, you know, everything is bad, or everything is out to get you, or that, you know, nobody cares and nothing's worth anything. But if you switch that perspective and start looking at things positively, in turn, you will start to feel positive. Even just the little things of saying hello to a random stranger, asking them how their day was, in turn will reflect that positivity and make a shift in your perspective towards positivity, where you just start looking at things in a brighter light. You know, even in a bad situation, you can shift your perspective to make it positive. Like I was saying, you know, in that one video about L's being lessons, really just not looking at everything as so diehard and objectively like, oh, today was a good day, yesterday was a bad day. Really just look at every day as an opportunity to experience, and everything that you go through is simply just experience. You get to learn every day and figure things out. That mainly just comes with perspective and the way you look at things. Now, if you look at every day something good or bad can happen, I mean, that's is necessarily true, but it's more like, how do you handle that? How do you look at it, and what are you going to think about it, and how is that thinking going to help you? That's why we talk about perspective. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will start to change. Anyways, y'all, that's gonna be day 20 video. Just felt like chilling and just saying whatever's on my mind. Hopefully this was a good video that you guys can understand, because it's been an idea that's helped me out a lot. It's been one of the main things that I just preach in my everyday life. You know, go throughout my day and talk to people and go through certain situations. I'm always preaching the perspective, because I do think it's a core idea of life. Idea to think about your perspective and the way you look at things, because in turn that will really affect the outcome of how you end up handling situations in your life. But the video is getting a little long, so I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. Day 20. Day 20. You know, feeling good, but really looking forward to keep making these videos and working my communication skills. You know, it's like hitting day 20 gave me like a boost. See what 20 more is gonna look like, and really just, you know, being excited to make progress and see where that takes me. So yeah, that being said, new video tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks you for watching. I really appreciate if you just clicked on the video. I love you guys. I hope you love yourself. It's the most important part. You know, without loving yourself, you're not really going to be able to put yourself on a positive perspective if you can't even have the perspective to love your own self. So that being said, please, please, please make sure you love yourself. That's where it all starts. Take advantage of this beautiful day. We get to wake up and take advantage and make the most of. So you guys get outside, spend time with family, spend time with your friends, work on yourself, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.